Hey guys, it's MandaPanda. Today we are taking one of Equestria's sweetest ponies, Big Mac, and transforming him into Marvel's super villain Thanos. This custom pony is gonna have so much detail to it, and we're gonna need quite a few different colors of Subaru to get everything done. Let's start off with some white Subaru to fill in all of the holes that were left behind when Big Mac's mane was removed. Subaru is an air dry rubber that I like to use instead of clay. I just personally prefer it. To me, Subaru's texture is a lot smoother than clay, and it's a lot easier for me to smooth it out onto the pony, and also I don't have to worry about baking clay or about shrinking clay, because sometimes when you use the air dry clay it does shrink, and Subaru doesn't do that. And now that we have all the Subaru spread out on the top of the head and underneath the jaw, we can go in with a blunt tool from a clay tool set to create the indentations that Thanos has underneath his mouth, and we can give him some of the indentations that kind of look like scars right up on top of his eyes, since we had extra Subaru to spread farther down his face. Any indentations that you want to put on the pony must be done while the Subaru is still wet. It will not work once it has completely dried. Now we have some Subaru that has been spread onto the pony's body, and we're going to use the same technique to etch out some of Thanos's little muscle details. Let's give the Subaru a couple of hours to dry out, and then we can start painting. Starting off with this shade of purple. It's like a bluish purple lavender color, and we're going to completely cover the entire pony head with 3 coats of that paint, and then we can get started on Thanos's eyes. Let's give him a furrowed eyebrow look, so that way he looks just a little bit grumpy and evil. I slanted the top line inwards and then rounded out the bottom to give him a nice big eye. Now we're going to go in with some light purple and shape the inside of Thanos's eye. Now usually the pony eyes are round, but I'm going to give Thanos more of an oval shaped eye. I feel like it just makes him look just a little bit creepier and evil. So now we're going to go in with a darker shade of purple for the inside of his eye, and then use some black for his pupil. We're going to keep that same oval shape for his light reflection. No circles today. And then go in with a fine paintbrush to draw in the eyebrow right at the top of his eye. That's all the painting we're going to do on the head, so let's cover it with 2 layers of top coat, put that to the side, and finish up with Thanos's body. Let's use that shade of Thanos purple for the front 2 legs and the chest area, and a dark khaki for the back 2 legs. These are going to be Thanos's pants. And once that has dried, we can go in with some brown Subaru now for Thanos's boots. I made this dark brown by mixing brown and black Subaru, so I'm just going to use whatever I have left of those 2 colors to create the little flaps that Thanos has on the back of his coat, so his little coat tails. Let's attach the panels to the pony's body by smoothing out just the top section of the Subaru, so that way the back of the Subaru gently and naturally just falls over the back of the pony's body. Once that Subaru is attached, I'm going to go ahead and cut out 2 tiny little rectangles right on the sides of the panels, and this is going to kind of be like his belt loops, and we'll put a little piece of felt in there once that is all painted and dried. Let's give the coattails a little trim before we get started painting. Let's trim the center panel nice and straight. I'm going to be using an X-Acto knife for this and a piece of cardboard to help me out. The side panels, let's create a point to those. because that's kind of like how Thanos's coattails look. That's so awesome. Now we can go in with a shade of very deep navy blue and paint his shirt and his coattails. All of the paint and Sugru has dried. Let's use an X-Acto knife to trim the top of his boots and give them a little bit more definition. Time to switch over to some yellow Sugru, and there are a lot of details that we're gonna be adding with the yellow. Let's start off with all of the intricate details that Thanos has at the top of his little armor jacket shirt thing. So let's run some Sugru around his neck and around his arms. We're just gonna be using the same techniques that we always use. We're gonna smooth the Sugru out with our fingers and then use a blunt tool to cut it down and shape it to the exact size that we want. We need some more Sugru around his neck so that way his collar can stand up and kind of cover his neck a little bit. And then we can give this some detailing by etching in some lines. We're not done yet. I told you that there are a lot of details to be done in the yellow Sugru, so let's give Thanos some little shoulder elbow pad things. Of course, his gauntlet right here on his leg, and then we need his belt. So let's get all of these details in. I'm going to be using a nail dotting tool to gently press in some round indentations where we're going to be putting our infinity stones later on. The Sugru has dried, so now everything that's yellow is going to be painted with 2 layers of gold paint. The Thanos is almost complete, but he's missing the most crucial element, his infinity stones. And these are actually tiny nail rhinestones, and I'm attaching them to the gauntlet with some super glue. There's the time stone, space stone, power stone, reality stone, soul stone, and of course the mind stone. Our Thanos pony has collected all 6 infinity stones. Let's take a look at this completed custom. Thanos's gauntlet looks so awesome, and of course we had to give him a tail in a matching purple shade because it is a pony after all, and ponies have to have a tail. He looks a little bit evil, but honestly he does look a little bit cute. Which Avenger character should we turn into a pony next? Let me know your favorite down in the comments below. If you need to know how to add a tail to a custom pony, you can watch any of my past videos and I will give you a full in-depth tutorial. And that's it for today's custom pony video. I hope that you have enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, little pandas. Until next time, bye! you can follow me online. To get the latest news and updates, like my Facebook page, facebook.com/MandaPanda Toy Collector, or follow me on Instagram at MandaPanda Toy Collector. Wanna mail me something? Guess what? You can. Mail it to MandaPanda P.O. Box 2855, Humble, Texas 77347.